Welcome back to the David Pakman Show.
Welcome back to the show. I want to say hi to a very special new David Pakman Show member made possible in part by liberalbias.com. Liberals think they're so cool with their fancy statistics and math, but conservatives have numerology, Lewis. That's really the stronghold there. To find out more about how to use numbers without liberal bias, visit liberalbias.com. I know you'll be looking that up right away.
Using numbers and statistics to your advantage is key, David.
Right. So today I want to say hello to Jon Stewart, who happens to share the name with The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. I have absolutely no way of knowing which Jon Stewart it is. Presumably it's a pretty common name. But new member, Jon Stewart. Very, very special welcome, Lewis.
Of course, yes.
If nothing else, we can be vague, and we can say, Jon Stewart's a member, you know? And people say, really? Be like, yeah, Jon Stewart, yeah. And then we just move on, and, you know, people can draw whatever conclusions they want.
Not quite fair and balanced, but a truth.
Yeah, it's factually true, albeit maybe not the spirit of the statement.
Right.
Anyway, another day, another public shooting. This one at a mall in Portland, Oregon. This was at the Clackamas Town Center. A masked gunman wearing camouflage opened fire in a busy mall, leaving himself and 2 others dead, forcing the mall's Santa Claus and hundreds of Christmas shoppers and employees to flee or hide among store displays, presumably some Hanukkah shoppers in there too, making some preparations for some of the later Hanukkah days, Lewis, I think we could say.
Yes.
This is just incredible. The stories that we're hearing, including from Austin Patty, 20 years old, who works at Macy's, saying he saw a man in a white mask carrying a rifle and wearing a bulletproof vest. He heard the gunman say, "I am the shooter," as if announcing himself. He heard some rapid-fire shots in short succession, and he ducked down and ran. Macy's co-worker Pam Moore told the AP that the gunman was short, with dark hair. We also now know that he was using a .223 semi-automatic rifle. What do you know about that, Lewis?
Just a semi-automatic rifle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just in a Macy's over the weekend, not buying overpriced jeans, and it's incredible to think that you're just there shopping, and all of a sudden, a firefight literally breaks out. You're in the middle of a firefight.
Yeah. Pretty scary stuff.
The gunman apparently shot himself. Police say that they have tentatively identified the gunman, but at the time that we finished wrapping up research on this, they hadn't announced the identity of the gunman. Apparently, you know, we keep hearing that more guns will make us safer, particularly in these situations. And it's just like, we already have about 200 million privately owned firearms in the U.S. How many do we need to really be safe? Do we need to have 330 million, one for each person in the country, including kids and permanent residents who aren't citizens and so on and so forth? How many do we need? 660 million, right? 2 for each person in the country. How many guns do we need before we finally get as safe as all those guns will make us? I don't know.
Good question. I don't think there's an answer to that.
Natan, what's your thought when you hear about these? It's like it's sad almost because we become desensitized, right? Every couple months now, the Aurora shooting and Gabrielle Giffords and the Sikhs, and there's just so many. It's one after another. We seem to become almost desensitized.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, I'm not even surprised when I hear about this anymore at all, and that's kind of a huge deal. But on the other hand, I'm worried about the future. There's going to be more powerful guns that can do more damage than what we're seeing, and if the laws that are currently in place stay in place, then we're going to see even more futuristic, more powerful guns enter the gun market.
Right, in other words, fine, people want more guns, but more guns aren't going to reduce the number of these incidents. The idea that if people knew everybody was carrying a gun, they wouldn't do this. I just don't buy that. It doesn't really make sense. Somebody who does this is not thinking that logically. It's not a narrative I buy. What else will be done to reduce these incidents?
Right. And when we talk about it on a national scale, and we're only talking about these big shootings that make national news. Right down the street from us, there's Springfield. And there are shootings in Springfield, maybe not deaths, but guns go off almost every day in Springfield. So you take every city in the country and put it all together. I mean, it's completely insane what is happening with guns in this country.
It is. And, I know what the comments will be about this. We're anti-gun nuts, and anytime somebody talks about gun control, they're obviously communists against the Second Amendment and so on and so forth. If that's the reaction, we can kind of skip it. At this point, we're basically ignoring those types of comments because they just don't really add anything to the discussion. But I'm curious to see what actual ideas are proposed here.
Right.